A furniture store in Wares Valley is closed and its owner charged with a felony by the Sevier County Sheriff's Department.
And then each one of these pallets, it has paper towels, it has wipes, Gatorade, water, things like that, bread.
Approximately 1,000 teacher jobs sat open in Tennessee last year. Now, if you win, don't forget the Lori and Don Fund that you could
That's right.
give
We're
to
probably
as well.
related to you if you won.
Yeah, your newest cousins. All right. The death toll here in East Tennessee rising again tonight from 15 to 16.
We want to start tonight by checking in with 6 on Your Side reporter Molly O'Brien, who's been looking at how this has really impacted the businesses in this area. Molly?
Lego sets are a hot commodity for shoplifters across the country, and it turns out also in Middle Tennessee.
This is 6 News Tonight.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Don Hudson. Tonight, Hurricane Milton, still a major Category 5 storm with winds up to 160 miles per hour. Landfall in Florida now forecast for tomorrow night. Here's ABC's Jacqueline Lee with more on the race to escape Hurricane Milton's path, as about a fifth of Florida's gas stations are running out of fuel. And while people turn their attention to Hurricane Milton, folks are still reeling, of course, from Helene. The death toll here in East Tennessee rising again tonight from 15 to 16. Also tonight, the Tennessee National Guard giving an update on rescue efforts here in East Tennessee. We're learning the National Guard has managed to rescue more than 100 people over the past week and a half. Guard members have also airlifted in more than 125,000 pounds of water, of food, medicine, generators, and countless other items to people who were basically cut off because of destroyed bridges and damaged roads. Now tonight, we're also learning that nearly 600 Tennessee National Guard members continue to support state, county, and local first responders here in the East Tennessee area. Now we're told soldiers and airmen are providing 24-hour ground and aerial recovery support to those in need. Now tonight in Cott County, dozens of people came together to support those who have helped save people and those who are volunteering their time to the cleanup effort. 6 on Your Side reporter Dominic Webster was there and spoke to several people about what this means for the community. Now, tomorrow morning, a small mountain community center in Cott County will be distributing hundreds of pounds of food to those in need after receiving a massive donation. The Sunset Gap Community Center will pass out food, water, and so much more to people who live in Cott and Sevier counties. Now, the community center's director there, Audrey Jones, says the big surprise donation came from the Appalachian Advocators Motorcycle Club a few days ago. And she says getting everything organized has been a labor of love for her and her volunteers. All right, there are so many ways you can give back in Helene's wake. 6 News is working with East Tennessee Foundation to collect money for its Neighbor to Neighbor Disaster Relief Fund. The money will help provide shelter, medical care, food, and other basic needs for people who have lost just about everything in the floods. You can make a donation. You can also scan that QR code if you happen to have your phone in your hand right now, your cell phone. You can just scan that right there. You can also make checks payable to the East Tennessee Foundation. There's more information about the foundation, where to send your donation on our website at WATE.com. All right, let's break from that part of the news and let's talk about the forecast. Chief Meteorologist Ken Weathers joins us with that. And I imagine you're keeping your eye on a lot of things here and there, Ken.
Yeah, Don, thankfully it is quiet here at East Tennessee.
Right now, the Tennessee Theater is in the process of expanding. And this morning, we were given a behind-the-scenes look at the work happening at the so-called 612 building. While it is technically 2 doors down from the theater, the footprint of the structure allows a connection between the building's east end and the auditorium foyers on both the main and balcony levels. As we've reported, renovation work began in April. It's still going on. When everything is said and done, though, Tennessee Theater Executive Director Becky Hancock says this project will transform the historic venue, providing more space for the community. Well, coming up on 6 News tonight, nearly 100 raccoons invade a woman's yard. You don't want to miss this story. Caught on camera. Wow, straight ahead. And some hemp products that are legal in Tennessee right now may not be legal by the end of the year. We will explain. Plus, it's a bumpy ride for a crew flying into Hurricane Milton. We'll have their experience as people in Florida brace for the monster storm coming up. Welcome back. New tonight, the FBI arresting an Afghan national. The Justice Department saying he was inspired by the Islamic State militant organization and was plotting an election day attack targeting large crowds in the U.S. Now, after his arrest yesterday, 27-year-old Nasir Tawhidi of Oklahoma City telling investigators that he and a co-conspirator expected to die as martyrs. Tawhidi's alleged co-conspirator, by the way, not identified by the Justice Department, only describing him as a juvenile, a fellow Afghan national, and the brother of Tawhidi's wife. Tawhidi entered the U.S. on a special immigrant visa. The program permits eligible Afghans who helped Americans despite great personal risks to apply for entry into the U.S. with their families. Now, he was charged with conspiring and attempting to provide material support to the Islamic State, which is punishable by up to 20 years in prison. Some hemp products that are currently legal here in Tennessee may not be by the end of the year. That is because the Tennessee Department of Agriculture has released new regulations. Now, these rules mean that a product's THC content would be determined by how much a product contains when it is burned instead of before it is burned. Experts say this change could have a wide impact on products that are already available on store shelves. All right, talk about a bumpy ride. You could say the scientists who just flew into Hurricane Milton hit a bit of turbulence. Yeah, someone grab my phone real quick. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says the aircraft named Miss Piggy went into the powerful storm to collect data, which will improve the forecast and support hurricane research.